Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we are doing my home fragrance empties. I feel like every time I tilt this, everything just falls to the bottom. It's so annoying, but we are here to talk about things I have used up in the home fragrance space. So I think we are going to just start with the one candle that I used up. So this is the Aromatherapy Stress Relief Eucalyptus and Spearmint Candle. I don't think you'll be able to tell, but it got really sooty. Like the wax used to be white. Also, this went on the candle warmer, so the wicks did drift a bit. It still has a bit of fragrance in it, but like I said, at the end it kind of got like a little smoky smelling. So I just finished it off on the warmer and was like, you know what, it's time. It's reached its 1 year in age. So I was just like, we need to get going on this. This is one of Corey's favorites. He was so upset that I was trying to burn it all the way down. Like once it was finished, he was like, but my candle. I'm like, this is available. You can get it again. Like it was a year old. It was on the to burn list. I'm sorry. It's just how the cookie crumbles, you know? So he was mildly upset, but I was just like, if you're not gonna light it, I am, because we're trying to get through some home fragrance. Would I purchase this again? No, but I didn't purchase it in the first place. Corey did, so that's probably why. If he happened to do it again, I don't think I would burn it, just because it's so strong. I get that it's like stress relief, but it's almost that eucalyptus that's like his thing. It almost is like headache inducing for me. So I would let him burn that in his room. He has a eucalyptus wallflower. I'm gonna let him do the eucalyptus thing, and I'm gonna do all the other scents. So while we're talking about Bath & Body Works, let's talk about some Wallflowers. So here is the situation with these. We have a crisp apple. Now, you guys know, this is not like me. I don't leave anything left in these Wallflowers. This is my Wallflower from work. Here is the story with the word Wallflower. The crisp apple was good, but I took this out maybe like a week ago, so mid-November. You guys, we're so, we're like a season behind at work for our Wallflowers. I am responsible for the Wallflowers at work, technically. I named myself responsible for the Wallflowers at work. I have a duo plug going there, which I think is our best option, because really at work, we plug it in, we're like, oh, it smells great. 2 days later, we're like, we cannot smell the scent, and it's supposed to be plugged in for a month. So I got us a duo plug because I was like, I think this is the best option. It switches on and off every 2 days, which it is. It's wonderful, but it obviously takes a lot longer to go through a Wallflower because it's only on for 2 days and then off again for 2 days. So whereas if you had this just plugged in the single one, it takes about a month. When you have it plugged in the duo plug, it takes about 2 months. So I was like, oh my gosh, we have all these fall scents that I had got because I was like, these will be perfect for the office. And now we're like, I barely just plugged in the first fall scent the other day, like a week ago. So November 15th, we just got pumpkin apple started. Like I said, maybe it's my own fault for being so optimistic that we would go through so many Wallflowers, but at home, I do go through so many Wallflowers that I just thought the same thing would happen at work, but it's not the same case. So I was like, you know what, crisp apple, you could not smell this at all anymore. At the beginning, it was just like an apple scent. It was nice, but considering we were in the middle of November and I was like, we need something stronger to be able to smell. Yeah, this is nice, but like you could do this in like July or August or like even the springtime. It was just not working out. So it got the boot, as you can tell. There's barely any below the wick. Sorry about that. As you can tell that, but I felt bad. But at the same time, I was just like, it's gonna be December and we're gonna be rocking pumpkin apple, which is a good scent. But like I said, we're like a whole season behind. So at my house, we are on track, on schedule, because I'm a little bit insane about home fragrance and my home fragrance system. So we went through caramel apple. They don't make this anymore. This was my favorite Wallflower or like scent in general. The notes are Granny Smith apple, warm caramel, cinnamon, vanilla cream. I do believe Cider Lane is their replacement, or like why they don't have this anymore. This is so good. I cannot believe, I mean, I like Cider Lane, but like if they could just make it caramel apple, like it's just so much easier, you know what I mean? This truly smells like that picture right there on the tag. This was such a good performer. It pretty much performed the whole entire way down. I know when they get to this point, it's just like, wow, I really can't smell this. This one truly performed the whole entire way down. When we moved into our new place, it is 2 levels. It's fairly open, like the downstairs is open, and then you take, you know, just the stairs to the top level, and then it's more like bedrooms. This is so me, but when we came early before we moved in, it was like, you know what, I'm gonna bring a Wallflower. I do believe it wasn't a nightlight plug-in. I was like, I think I'll just plug this in because it'll be helpful, you know, to have a nightlight. At least if this is the only thing we bring, it'll get that like musty, no one's lived here yet type of smell, and it'll replace it with the caramel apple. This was the only thing I had plugged in. It filled the whole entire space. It was like going up the stairs. It was in the whole downstairs area. I was just like, wow, this is doing its job, and it was already over halfway gone. I was so impressed. This is older, and like I said, you can't even get it anymore, but I will be buying Cider Lane next year to see how it compares. Does that come in a Wallflower? I would assume it does, but I have no idea. So impressed by caramel apple, and I love the scent like of caramel apples and to eat them, etc. So that was such a winner. Okay, so next we also went through pumpkin apple. So the notes on this are red apple, fall pumpkin, ground cinnamon. This one, okay, I really got this one all the way to the bottom as well. The wick doesn't go all the way to get that last little bit, which you guys know I'm not happy about. But anyway, this is also such a strong performer. I mean, the fall scents tend to be better performers than like spring and summer because they do have that more like spicier base. But wow, this is so good. Once again, this went downstairs, or like once it went downstairs, once the caramel apple was done, filled the whole entire space. I absolutely love it. And so we just did plug this in at work as well. This is one of my favorite scents. So yeah, I had one at home and now we have one at work, but it's doing a fabulous job at work as well. I absolutely love pumpkin apple. Okay. While we're on the Wallflower train, I did finish up this one Glade. I was going to say Wallflower Plug, but I know they're called something different. This one was the pumpkin scent, right? Hang on. This smells so weird. I think this was the apple, but it kind of smells like pumpkin. Anyway, I'm pretty sure this was the apple, but like I said, it kind of smells like pumpkin. I haven't had this plugged in a long time. This was done pretty much right when we moved, so I just unplugged it. I don't even have our Glade plug-in plugged in right now just because I'm trying to figure out where I'm gonna put all the scents, and it just doesn't really have a home. So I went through this one. These ones last about a month and a half at least, and these ones last about 30 days. So I like this system. I've done a review comparison on it, but like I said, I don't currently have it plugged in. Once I finished that one, I was like, we don't have a home for you quite yet. We're still working on it. Okay, let's talk Scentsy things before we get into wax melts. So I finished up a Caramel Apple Craze scent circle. This does not smell like Caramel Apple Craze anymore because it's truly been in my car for quite a while. It still has a tiny bit of scent, but like definitely not enough to scent my car. I think I'm going to maybe start putting these in like my pantry or somewhere that it can stay fresher longer. I feel like the car, it's great when you put it in there right in the beginning, but then like, I don't know, cars are just smelly and they need a little bit extra, in my opinion. Some people maybe don't like scent in their car, but I'm like a huge, what does your car smell like type of person. So this is nice, but it's just not like long enough lasting for me personally in my car. Like I'd have to go through a lot of these. So I think in the future, I'm going to try to maybe like put these, you know, like in the cupboard under the sink or in the pantry or in the coat closet, those types of situations, because I think they would perform better there in the sense that I want them to. And then also, this is a Luna scent pack, which if you guys watched my vlog, I put this in my Eliza the Elephant Scentsy Buddy, and it is lovely. At the beginning, when I put it in, it was just kind of like meh, but now that it's been in the buddy for like a good week, 15 days, it's really scented the buddy, and I love it so much. Okay, let's talk wax. And actually, before we get to wax, I have these Scentsy pods. So these are the Scentsy pods in Pumpkin Tiramisu. Have I talked about these before? These, I've finally, now that they are finished, I finally figured out what they smelled like. They're obviously supposed to smell like pumpkin tiramisu. They're so sweet, like so brown sugar. They maybe have like a hint of that pumpkin, but it gets so much sweetness. They were like very, very sweet. Now that they're done, they kind of lost some of that. But oh my gosh, the beginning it was like, whew, these are sweet. And I finally figured out what they smell like. To me, they smell like a maple donut. I was like, what is it even called? One day we had maple donuts and I was like, oh my gosh, that smells like these pods. Like it finally hit me. And I confirmed with my mom. I had these going in my Scentsy Go at my desk, and she was like, do you have something going at your desk? Like it kind of smells like, you know, something. And I was like, yeah, what do you like? Do you think it smells like, she was like, said something like, oh, it smells like sweet or like, you know, something like that. And I was like, do you think it smells like maple donuts? And she was like, yeah, it actually does smell like maple donuts. And I was like, I knew it. Yeah, so I had these in my Scentsy Go. I may, like I said, there's hardly any scent left. I may keep them. I think I'm gonna get a wall fan as like a nightlight, and so I may put these in there even though they're pretty much empty, but it'll only be going at nighttime, so I don't feel like we're wasting any scent, because these are essentially almost, they're like done. So I don't know, that's just my thoughts. So if you see these in here again for the second time, it's just because I've repurposed them. Okay, I went through for wax the Melted Mousse, the Sleepover Party, Birthday Cake, and Lavender Marshmallow. I'm pretty sure I've told you guys about this one. On cold or like out of the container. So much lavender, not a fan. In the warmer, like once it melted, so good. So good. Exactly what I wanted. It truly, the marshmallow came out and the lavender just like subtly did its thing. In here, it's like herbal lavender. Once the marshmallow took over when it was warming, so much better. So much better. So much better to the point where at the beginning I was like, why did I even buy this? At the end, once I had warmed it, I was just like, I need more of this. So that was my opinion on that. Yeah, really did enjoy that more than I expected to. I also got through a Better Homes and Gardens Farmhouse Pumpkin Patch. This is one of my favorites. This is pumpkin with caramel. You guys know I love caramel. But yeah, this is pumpkin with caramel. It is very good. It smells good in the clam, but once you warm it, that caramel really comes to life and like comes out. So much better. Love it. And then lastly, I got through a pumpkin chai from Scentsy. This is so spicy and definitely has those chai spices. I go back and forth like, do I like this or do I not like this? I have to mix this, and I've been mixing it with pumpkin tiramisu, obviously the wax, not the pods. I've been mixing it with pumpkin tiramisu because I have both of them. They came in a set together. The sweetness, honestly, I don't think I could melt either of them on their own, so they're perfect to mix because, like I said, the pumpkin tiramisu is so sweet, and then the pumpkin chai is so spicy. But I feel like when they come together, it's beautiful. So I enjoy it mixed. I don't think that I would like keep them in my club to mix them in the future. I don't love them that much together, but this on its own is just too spicy. So I am glad I have that done. So those are all of my home fragrance empties for the month. I didn't have a ton because I'm trying to get through and test some of the newer items that I have just to form my opinions and before I'm like, you know, finishing up things. So maybe in December, potentially I may have some more, but like I said, I do have a lot of things to test, especially like wintry items. You will see that in my December melting basket that goes up next week, but that is all I have for this video today. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.